Now, as Uganda's entertainment calendar flips into September, the weekend delivered a number of entertainment news stories. The good, the bad, the ugly. Welcome to our entertainment news, and yeah, it's awesome Calvin the Entertainer. Of course, starting off with a number of events that happened days ago. Friday night, we shall start with Friday night. Gogo Cricket Oval lit up as rapper Fik Fameica, aka Fresh Boy, returned to the big stage with his Biralamu concert. This was a major one, and yes, this wasn't just another show, but it was a self-funded, a self-managed production with no major sponsors, just raw determination and a loyal fan base, the Famaicans, who were there to show support to this brother. Of course, now compared to his previous solo outing, this was a clear upgrade. Of course, the crowd was larger, the energy was higher, and the guest list was a star-studded one. There was appearance from people like Ashiba Karungi, Spice Diana, Jose Chameleone, Eddie Kenzo. They all made appearances. Now, Eddie Kenzo actually at one point stepped in after the midnight curfew to secure some extra time that allowed Fik Fameica to finish his set. But not everything was smooth, not everything went on smoothly. In the final segment, the live band failed to play. It's a mishap reportedly linked to unpaid balances by the organizers. And that particular moment raised questions about whether Fik Fameica made profits or took a financial hit. And of course, with minimal media management and missed interviews, visibility may also have suffered. I understand that Fik Fameica had actually been booked to appear here and there for interviews where he didn't show up, and I guess maybe probably because he was more actively involved in the organizing of that particular event. Now, of course, but yeah, one thing to note, or a few things to note, the concert marked what I would define as growth for Fik Fameica as an artist. I mean, he showed that he can actually command a crowd, he can carry a production, and I believe next time he might even be able to do better, have a clearer delegation, and elevate the experience even much further. So I want to congratulate you, first of all, Fik Fameica, for the effort and for putting this event, you know, for making this event happen. Yeah, I hope you're able to learn from the lessons. Some people choose to sour grape, some people choose not to take the criticism positively. Okay, now on the other side, which was Kololo, there was another event which was happening, and yeah, that was at Kololo Ceremonial Grounds, which hosted the Ekyepukulu event, promoted by Abitex Promotion, with an entry fee of just a 5K, oba 15. This show was, I think, aimed to attract mass attendance, but the turnout was unexpectedly low. Yes, despite having big-time stars like Alien Skin, like Acidic Vocals, amongst others, and also despite having some hype and buzz and excitement on social media platforms, if you were in attendance, you could, you know, see that the numbers were not that good. I don't know, should we attribute this to things like over-saturation of weekend events, limited mainstream promotion, and perhaps a mismatch in audience expectations? This could have played a role into the dismal numbers or the low turn up. Yes, of course, another thing to note, Kololo is a vast space, which demands numbers, and on Saturday, Kololo exposed the gap between the online hype and the real-world expectation or real-world engagement. So, promoter Abitex had actually promised a show that would leave fans talking for days, but the silence afterwards appears to be speaking volumes. But let me also hope that Abitex also has some lessons to draw from this. I know him for being one of those promoters. Then he also gives the analysis. And he also gives a bit of guidance or advice to other event organizers. Yeah, so maybe still in a lesson event and maybe next time you'll be able to do better. Now, of course, moving away from that, there was also another major event that happened in London. Yes, a number of Ugandan the Ugandan community, were in attendance. Ugandan stars were, also, invited. So that was another big-time global event that saw Ugandan artists headline the Uganda Festival UK. This is a vibrant cultural gathering which was held in Modern Park. And the event drew diaspora fans, families, and cultural enthusiasts for a weekend of music, food, and heritage. But let's be honest, the spotlight belongs to one man, that is Bobi Wine. While other performers graced the stage, little has been said about their sets. Now, whether nothing stood out or Bobi Wine simply stole the show, the buzz was unmistakably his. And his presence turned the festival into a celebration, people celebrating politics, a cultural moment, drawing crowds and headlines. Now, that festival also featured traditional dances, Ugandan cuisines, crafts, offering a full sensory experience of the Pearl of Africa in the heart of London. So from Lugogo's lessons to Kololo's cautionary tale, of course also this London diaspora spotlight, it's clear to note that Uganda's entertainment scene is clearly evolving. The stars are shining, but the stage demands more than just talent. I think it is calling for better planning, promotion, and precision. So September continues to unfold, offering much, but I also hope that more can be done in terms of promotion. Of course, those other areas that I have also highlighted. Now, away from that, Iryn Namubiru launched a book or a memoir. I've been able to see a few excerpts of some of the key highlights. He had an interview with journalist Andrew Chamagero. Yes, and it looks like Iryn Namubiru is trading the microphone for the pen. She's not holding back, clearly not. She has a book. The book is titled My Mother Knows. This is her newly released memoir, which hit the shelves this past Thursday. As I've said, the launch took place at Kampala Serena Hotel. I was not able to attend that launch. I was quite busy, but in this deeply personal tell-all, Iryn Namubiru revisits her childhood, her rise in music, and the private battles that she's faced, from family tensions to survival abroad. Now, she also describes growing up in a fractured home, enduring betrayal, and navigating fame while raising her two sons. Now, of course, one line reads, "This is my story, my truth, and my mother knows." Of course, the book doesn't shy away from pain, but it's also a testament to healing. For fans, it's basically a rare glimpse behind the curtain of one of Uganda's most celebrated voices. So whether you're a long-time listener or just just curious about the woman behind the music, My Mother Knows promises raw honesty and resilience in every chapter of this book. I hope I hope to get in touch with Iryn Namubiru. I don't know whether any of her management, any of her team members is watching this. We need to catch up maybe for an interview, and we get to fully appreciate what your book is about, okay? What that book is about. But I want to congratulate you, Iryn Namubiru. Now, moving on away from Iryn Namubiru, East Africa Africa at large lost one of its own, a comedian known as Gogo. Yeah, very, 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 very unfortunate. Of course, the passing of Gogo, and we continue to mourn the sudden passing of this Rwandan gospel artist and comedian. Real names Gloriose Musabimana, widely known as Gogo. Now, of course, she died last week while in Kampala, Uganda, where she has, she had traveled to participate in gospel ministry events. Gogo's health is said to have deteriorated while in Kampala, and she was rushed to a local medical facility where she was later pronounced dead. Now her fans has left, of course, her passing has left fans and fellow artists across Rwanda and Uganda in shock. Now, of course, I've also seen, Ugandan singer Bruno K, who also happens to be a close friend, offering support to her team during this difficult time, assisting with arrangements and standing by her management. Of course, the Rwandan embassy in Uganda is said to have played a key role in coordinating the repatriation of her body and ensuring a dignified process for her return home. Now, Gogo, I'm sure some of you happened to see her at Comedy Store, where she was also doing her thing, and also on these TikTok social media platforms still. But Gogo's rise to fame began in a local church choir in Ramagana, that is in Rwanda, where her powerful voice and joyful spirit quickly stood out. Of course, she later gained widespread recognition through gospel music and her comedic skits on social media, specifically on TikTok, where she was blending humor with faith in a way that I believe resonated deeply with audiences across the region. I'm sure some of you are familiar with some of her songs, like Every Day. There's another one titled I Need the Blood of Jesus, which became cultural moments, and yes, also coupled with her online presence that turned her into a beloved figure, especially among the youth and gospel fans. Gogo's journey was one of faith, laughter, and authenticity. Clearly, from humble beginnings and regional recognition, she used her voice and her joy to uplift others. So as tributes continue to pour in, her legacy remains a reminder of the power of purpose, a reminder, and of course, of the light moments that she brought to many in many ways. So I also wish to add my voice to many other voices and extend our sincere sympathies to the East African community, and even, the many fans across the globe that knew Gogo. May her soul continue to rest in eternal peace. Now, that is our entertainment news right here on UBC. Thank you so much for following us. We shall be again for yet another detailed update. Have yourselves a lovely, lovely week. Peace and love. It's Calvin, the entertainer.